Okay, here we go. I'm going to try out this udio, I'm guessing, or udio, who knows. Udio, I'm going to try it out. I tried it out and did a couple songs here a few days ago, and the results, the sound quality was good. Stylistically, I chose folk and neo-folk for this thing, and I guess maybe I don't understand those genres as well as I thought I did because I really didn't like the results. So I'm going to try rock. I'm going to go in here, and I thought I already chose rock here. Let me see. So I'm just going to choose rock, I guess. I guess I already did because it's not custom to my own lyrics. So this is a song I wrote many, many years ago. Here's the lyrics to this song. I tried this in Donna several times, and I've tried it in Sudo, whatever the other one is, several times, and just not really impressed with the results as much as I have been other songs. So I'm going to try this one. Let me go to the latest model. I've never really used this, so I'm just trying to guess what's going on here. I'll just click create and we'll see what happens. It seems to remind me of the sudo, and then it creates two. It's creating two at once. So it went to alternative rock, indie rock. So I just chose rock. So it chose alternative indie. Interesting. We'll see what this guy comes up with. You might also notice I'm trying my OBS background erasing thing. It seems to want to erase half my face as well as the background behind me. It's kind of cool, but definitely not as clean as what I've seen with other people. So they're probably actually using a paid plug-in where I'm just using free stuff. So I like free. Okay, come on, man. Not sure how long she takes to make music. I actually came to the computer because I watched a video on 11 Labs, and man, their demos, people can fake demos, so I'm a skeptic, but it's very realistic sounding, way cleaner. Everything I've generated with Donna and Sodu, it really sounded very heavily auto-tuned, very incredible. I mean, I'm just mind-blown by the quality of the vocals, but it did sound heavily auto-tuned, and at times it would sound, not human-like. But that 11 Labs demo, I went on 11 Labs, signed up, but they evidently their music generation is not available at this point that I could find. So I'm going to try it here in udio. I haven't tried this song yet here. See what it gives me. Okay, there we go. We have a song. Let's see what you mean to me.
There is a way, I have seen it. There'll come a day, I can feel it. But will you be there, or just in my dreams? Will I sing, walking on air? I've seen us laughing without a care. Every step is exciting, but will you be there, or just in my dreams? Will I sing, Jenny, can't you see what you mean to me? Jenny, it's you and me. Jenny, take some time, and you will find that
different than my version. I mean, this song I wrote in the '80s, and I envisioned this song, and the way I sang it and played it was, you think of a hard rock power ballad was my take on this song, and this sound of Green Day kind of sounding thing is just so.
There is a way, you know I have seen it. There'll come a day, you know I can feel it. But will you be there, or just in my dream?
Man, it's just, I guess I'm I'm an old dude, so I grew up on '70s, rock, and it just, that sounds too, this alternative rock thing. I remember, this is something I probably shouldn't even say, but I remember when I first heard, actually it was first heard REM, the band REM, and I was like, man, that sucks. Then I heard U2, and I'm like, that was, to me, U2 was like the death of rock. I'm like, this is the most awful thing I've ever heard, and it's so popular. It's just the death of rock and roll, because it's just, to me, it was the most boring ever. And then you had Nirvana, and I'm like, this is just hard stuff. Now, I will tell you, 40 years later, whatever, I can listen to Nirvana, or I can listen to U2. I still can't listen to REM, but I can listen to them and think, I can see this was, fresh and new at the time, and but it's just so. I mean, I like chord changes. I like major 7 chords, man. I can't help it. I like electric piano and major 7 chords, and interesting melodies. Not some guy just yelling out. And I think there's I mean, I kind of understand it. I know, like, say, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like groups like Jethro Tull don't get in there, and Chicago didn't get in there for the longest time, and Kansas took a long time, and it's these, I guess, what they call prog rock, and I didn't think of them as progressive rock at the time. That was just the music, good music that was going on. But I understand there's an element of rock and roll. There's a certain people, I think a lot of people, that they want to relate. Like, they think, I could do this, I could be this band, I can do this. Where they listen to, say, Kansas or Boston or Rush or even Van Halen, it's like, and they think, I can never do that, so they can't relate to it because there's so much technical proficiency required to create that. It's a turnoff, because they want to think, well, rock and roll is, I just want to get there and rock it out and not have to be a virtuoso technical player. But I guess I grew up listening to those virtuoso, can't even say it, technical players, and it just, that's what appealed to me and still appeals to me, even though a lot of the stuff I used to listen to, like I used to love Return to Forever, like Romantic Warrior, to me it was like, this was the ultimate album. Now I listen to it and it just seems over the top. It's just kind of crazy over the top. So, I've mellowed with age, plus playing in cover bands. Back from the time I was about 15 till I was about 25, I didn't care anything about cover bands or cover music, and everything I did was original. So I tried to do original songs, and my original songs I tried to make as complicated, as crazy as possible. And then I got playing in a cover band, and you realize real quickly that people don't want to hear that crap. They want to hear the hits from the radio, played exactly like the radio, and so that that's what they relate to. And there's a connection. When you can do that, when you pull that off, you just get all these accolades, and people, love it. And that's another side that I wasn't, I was used to the fact that nobody wanted to hear my music. I was doing it for the art. It's for me. I'm creating my music. I don't care if anybody else likes it. It's for me. And I'm going way off on a tangent, but that's just the way I feel about it. So let's see if we can do something better here. So maybe I'll go. Man, I wonder if you can just type in something, or if you have to choose one of these things. Like, I'd rather just like type in 80s power ballad or something. So let's go classic rock. How about that? Classic rock, create. See what we get. I hope I have enough credits. Okay, it's creating something here. Okay, let's see how this goes. I think this video is going to have a lot of editing. I'm going to do a lot of editing on this thing. Nobody wants to hear the same way nobody wants to hear my crazy prog rock attempts. Nobody also wants to hear me ramble on about how I did that, but I certainly did. I also think that growing up, some of my musical influences, and not just, well, the first album I ever bought, first vinyl album I bought, like in 1974 or whenever it was Frank Zappa Apostrophe. And that album just had incredible influence on me musically and everything. I studied every single note that was played on that record and just was mesmerized by it. And that was probably not the best way to start. Other people that I've met, they started off, listening. Well, their parents listened to country music, and they started off with Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard, and I never heard any of that. And my parents listened to classical music, and the hardest rocking stuff they ever listened to was Lawrence Welk Show. We'd watch that. But other than that, it was either classical or very, very easy listening. So that's what I was exposed to from my parents. And even when I first heard rock and roll, we had bought a used stereo from a neighbor. It was with these console record player things, and you opened up the console, and there was a 45 stuck down in there. My brother pulled it out and put it on, and it was the Vogues, "You're the One That I Love," and I heard that, and I was like, man, I want to do that. I'd never heard anything like that before. And so I told my parents I wanted a guitar, and they were like, well, if you're interested in music, then you can take piano lessons. We already have a piano, and if you really prove yourself at playing piano and you're really interested in music, then maybe you can eventually get a guitar. And so I did the piano lesson thing, and didn't like it, wasn't what I had in mind, but it's probably the best thing I ever did. It created a foundation of understanding of music that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. So this is what we got here.
There is a way, I have seen it. There'll come a day, I can feel it. But will you be there, or just in my dreams? And will I sing? Walking on air, I see those bare feet without a care. Every step is exciting. But will you be there, or just in my dreams? And will I sing? Jenny, can't you see what you...
That is just not what I have in mind.
There is a way, I have seen it. There'll come a day, I can feel it. But will you be there, or just in my dreams? And will I sing? Walking on air, I've seen us laughing without a care. Every step is exciting. But will you be there, or just in my dream?
Okay, Jefferson Airplane plays my song. Let me, just for reference, I think I've got this song here somewhere. Okay, music. Jeff, original. Okay, there it is. So here's my original demo from the 1980s.
know I can feel it. There'll come a day, you know I have seen it. Will you be there, or just in my dreams? And will they sing? Walking on air, I've seen us laughing, and without a care, and every step is exciting. Will you be there, or just in my dreams? And will they sing? Jenny, can't you see what you mean to me? Jenny, it's you and me. Jenny, take some time. Hey, you will find. Jenny, it's you and me.
Anyway, that's enough of that. That's my original demo from back when I was 25 years old. That's the kind of stuff I was doing. But so far AI just can't. I guess that song was recorded so long ago and it's so stuck in my head how it goes. None of these Adana, udio, sudo, none of them have been able to create something that really appeals to me. So I'm gonna keep on plugging at it, see what I can figure out. But this is the udio. I will say that even though I'm not crazy about the songs that I got, the sound quality seems really good on this. So maybe I just need to I need to really work on this and find the genre, like say folk rock. Find the genre that works for me and my style through this app, because the quality, the sound recording quality is definitely better here. So what I really want to do, really what I wish I could do, is to split these tracks. So I could get this in a DAW. They've got a remix option. So if you could get these in a DAW, where you could say replace the vocal, so some of the music is pretty good, even though I don't know, it seems too busy. I think the song, if you heard my version, it's just kind of a relaxed rock ballad. I will say the musically, even though I can't pull it off, I'd been listening to a lot of Van Halen, and in the solo in there I've got some tapping and just that sort of I was thinking like, okay, if Van Halen did this song as a ballad, what would it sound like? And that was where my head was when I did that song. But these guys here, when you choose rock, they're like Green Day or Nirvana and stuff that just is a little bit after my time, and I just have never been a big fan of whatever's called alternative. I call it alternative to music is what I call it. So, I have a better appreciation now, but back when the stuff was new, I'm like, man, this is the death of rock and roll, because there's nothing interesting. There's no like really killer guitar solos or just monster riffs. It's like some guy yelling, over some power chords. So we'll see how this goes. Echoes of Jenny's Promise. In Your Dreams. That's probably the best title for that song, because it was in my dreams. Definitely in my dreams at that point. Waiting for Jenny. Okay. So
I have seen it. There'll come a day, you know I can feel it, but will you be there, or just in my dream? And will I say,
This is crazy, man.
There is a way, you know I have seen it. There'll come a day, you know I.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's almost sounds like Blood, Sweat, and Tears or Chase or something like that.
there is a way, you know I have seen it. There'll come a day, you know I can feel it.
You know, one thing I'll say about this app, this program, is that the vocals don't sound as auto-tuned, as fake. So you go to Donna, which I've been using a lot, it's a phone app, and also Sudo, which is the other one. Sudo, I can't remember. It really sounds, you hear this heavy auto-tune, this heavy, almost sound like a computer voice. And this one, the voices sound really realistic, but they're over the top. They're just not my style. So I got to deal with that. And I bet if I go deep enough in this program, I'll run out of credits long before I figure it out. I can probably find a way to tweak this thing to sound the way I want it to sound, and not sound so, 90s alternative or some other crap that doesn't appeal to me. So that's what I got.